Alright, welcome to this week's video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to start doing basic configurations on your switches and your PCs for connectivity. This will coincide with the labs you'll have to do. So, we will console these PCs to the switches. So you'll use the blue cable. You'll click on the PC, you'll choose the RS-232, and then you'll go to the console connection on the switch. You'll do the same thing, blue cable, connect this PC, connect it to this. Now, to configure, we'll click on the desktop and we'll go to IP configuration. In here, you'll put your IP addressing. And then the subnet mask, default gateway, if there is one. And then you could close this window. You could go to command prompt because we're going to test some stuff here. You'll go to the second PC if you need to. Put an IP address on here. Do the subnet mask. Same thing, we'll put a default gateway on here. Even though we don't really have one configured. And then we'll go back to this PC, and we're going to ping to the second PC. So we'll ping 10.0.1.51, which is that PC's IP address. And as you see, we have connectivity. And the reason why we have connectivity is because the switches are in default mode, so there's really no separation right now. We'll get into more detailed configurations later on in the class. So now we're going to go ahead and configure the switch. So we're going to go to terminal after you click on the PC because we're going to console in. So we're going to go to terminal. You're going to leave the default settings alone. And now it puts us into the switch. So as you see, we're in switch, it has switch. So we're going to go into enable mode, which is privileged exec mode. From here, you can do some show commands. Show run will show you the running configuration. It's default, so there's pretty much empty. You can do show flash colon, which will show you the contents of the directory. Right now, we only have the iOS code version on here. Once we save our configuration will go in here as well. So let's start configuring. So we'll go into configure, terminal, or config T for short. That puts us in configuration mode. So we'll give it a host name. We'll say switch dash one. As you see, it changes right away. So we're at switch dash one right away. So that's his host name. Now we'll go ahead and configure the console. So we'll go into line con 0. That puts us in the console line. We'll give it a password, Cisco. And we'll say at login. If you do not say at login, it will not work. So if we exit out of the whole switch and we go back into it, so just hit enter, you see now it's requesting a password for us to log into. So we'll put in the password and now we're there. Go back into enable, go back into config T, and now we'll do the enable password and enable secret password. So enable password, and we will do CCNA. We'll do the same thing. We'll end out of it. We'll exit, log back in. Now when we do enable, it should ask us for a password, and it does. Now when you notice, if you do a show run, you'll notice the enable password is in clear text. We're going to fix that now with the enable secret. So we'll go into config T mode again. And we'll do enable secret class. Now we'll come out. We'll exit out again. We'll try the enable. We'll try the first one, CCNA. It should not work due to we having a secret one now. So now we'll do the secret, and now we're in. So that's the enable secret, enable passwords. So now we'll do a show run again, and we'll see that the enable secret right here is encrypted, which is what you want. You don't want to see clear text passwords, which will give us to our next one. So if you notice, when we go down to the line con 0, our password is clear text again here. We're going to fix that. So now we're going to go back into config T. We're going to do service password encryption. Service password encryption. This will encrypt the passwords now. So if we do a show run and we go back here, you see the regular enable password that was clear text is now encrypted, as well as our line con 0 password is now encrypted. So that's how you encrypt the passwords in the show run and config. Now we're going to create a banner of the day. A banner of the day is used to let unauthorized people know that, hey, unauthorized access is not permitted. You will be prosecuted the full extent of the law. So it gives you guys a legal disclaimer to other people trying to break into your devices. So we'll do that by doing banner, MOTD, and you do any other key you want. Usually people use the pound key. You cannot use the key that you're going to start the delimiting with within your message, or it will end at that point. So we'll do authorized access only, and then we'll end it with the pound key because that's what we started it with. Now if we do exit out of here again and log back in, now you see we have this authorized access only ahead of here. So we'll go ahead and log back in. Go back into config T now. And we're going to save our, well, we're not going to go back into config T. We're going to exit out. So we're in enable privilege exec mode. We're going to do saving the configuration. So it's going to be copy, running config, space, startup config. Now this will save our configuration. So if we do a reload, the new configuration is still on there. So if we do a show flash : you will now see our config text file is there. Now we're going to go ahead and go back into config T. We're going to create some interface VLANs on the switch. So we're going to do interface VLAN 1, which is default. You usually don't want to use a default, but we'll get into that later in the class. You'll give it an IP address, 10.0.1.1, and then the subnet mask right after. And then you'll do a no shutdown, and this will activate it. As you see, the line protocol changed to up down. It changed the state to up. You want to see that when you bring in interfaces up. So that's how you configure the stuff on this switch. And we'll do the same thing on the other switch, so you at least have another example. We'll also do a ping just to make sure of the PC. And as you see, we have success. The exclamation points are good, success. The dot is for an ARP purposing. So dots are bad, but the first ping test usually fails if it's just now trying to fill the ARP table. And we'll get more into details on that later as well. So we'll go ahead and we'll copy running config to startup config, just so we have it for the next video. So there it takes care of that one. And we'll go ahead and configure the same stuff on the other switch. So we'll go into terminal. We'll go into enable mode, config T mode. We're going to do host name switch -2. You'll see it change. We'll do line con 0. We'll give it a password. Cisco. Login. We'll go ahead and create the enable secret. We don't need to create the enable password because we're just going to do the secret anyway and it overrides it. So we got that. Now we're going to do the service password encryption to encrypt our passwords. We're going to create a banner. Authorized access only. So there's our banner. We're going to go ahead and create the interface VLAN. VLAN 1. We're going to do an IP address 10.0.1.2 now. And the mask. No shutdown. You see it changed the state up. And we are going to end device. We are going to copy, run, start. Copy, run, start. And you can just do copy, run, start, and I'll show you that right now. So if you do copy, run, start, it does the same thing. A little bit of shortcut. You'll learn those shortcuts as you go along. So now we're going to go ahead and ping across. So we're going to ping from the switch to the PCA. And it works. Now we're going to ping the other switch. And it works. This time it took 2 for it to work. But if we do an up arrow key and re-ping it, we got success. And now we'll do the other PC. And it's successful. So that's that. And now we'll ping from the PCs just to show that it works. So we'll ping the first FAR PC 10.0.1.50. And it works. We're getting ping replies. We'll ping the first switch, switch 1. First one fails for ARP. Now we got the second, third, fourth. And we'll ping the second switch. And we have the second switch pinging. So that concludes this video. Good luck on your labs. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you. Bye.